Wonderful people. This is Nee and Chrising, and it's Certified Africa Fridays.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we're glad to have you all here. Just want to have a brief conversation, with you all today. And basically, we want to talk about Ghana's borders reopening, or yes, the fact that Ghana's borders are actually in the verge or the edge of actually opening up.
I'm excited.
I know a lot of people are excited about that. So basically, we want to just have a discussion around that. And as you may know, we're also kind of passionate and huge advocates and support for people who want to actually make their way back to the continent. So we'll touch a little bit on that. We'll have a conversation around people moving back, people who are interested in moving back as well. At the same time, and talk about the borders opening up in that respect. So we'll just have a conversation about that. We hope that you are all doing great. Thank you all for joining, today and always. Much love. We have Nika. Thank you for joining. Phenomenal. Nah. Good. Thank you for joining. And then we have
I think I saw Indu.
Hi, Indu. Hey, Indu. Good to have you. We are pretty heavy. Good to have you here. The first name I can see.
Yeah.
I'm not saying the name properly. But yes, good to have you all here. We appreciate your joining. Okay, so we'll take it from, more like an update standpoint of the borders opening, because a lot of us have been in anticipation. We've been, kind of going back and forth. When will the borders open? Every day checking to see if there's been a new kind of update about the borders. So we've been doing a lot of back and forth. But, gradually you keep hearing information that suggests that it's actually getting close. And you want to talk about the recent update on the borders opening.
There was some news today that there was news a few weeks ago that the president was planning to reopen on September 1st if certain measures were put into place as far as being able to test for COVID. So today there was some news release saying that they will in fact have these tests that will be able to administrate results of whether you're COVID positive or negative within 50 minutes. And each person who arrives will be required to pay for the test, which is, by the way, between 200 and 500 cedis. And once they pay, they'll be tested. And if they're positive, then they will be quarantined for, I believe, 14 days,
14 days
in an isolated location. And if they are negative, then they'll be able to go about their business and go on their way into the country, which is actually great news.
Sure. I don't want to get excited yet. They've actually, of course, before this new kind of updates, they've already, people who are able to travel to Ghana, because they always select a flight. Recently there was one in August where a group of people, if you're able to take that Emirates flight, you can actually go. I know Ethiopian Airlines also, there was a provision made for that as well. So they do the 14 days quarantine already. So basically this new update is suggesting that from Ghana Web, that they can actually now do a quick test to determine if you're positive or negative. Then they determine which path you take. So this is a great news. So of course the president saying it could open by 1st September. I think it was the Minister of Aviation that actually reaffirmed that it should, once they've confirmed that they're actually ready to be able to do that type of testing on the spot, then the 1st September is likely to be a huge reality for the borders to open. So apparently the president should be given an speech by Sunday. Hoping Sunday. This is Sunday. So hopefully Sunday the president will reaffirm what the Minister of Aviation said. I'm trying to, Americans who say aviation. I'll say aviation.
Okay.
Ghana, So yes, she's always correcting me. Of course. I don't know why Americans like to do that.
What? I said, do you?
We have anyway. So she's been nice. She's been nice on live video. So I'll give her that. She should have been fighting me by now. That is aviation, not aviation. Okay. So I think it's a great news. It's a great news that we've kind of heard. So we're hoping that the president will confirm, so that all those who are itching to make it to Ghana, of course, like ourselves, you have a more, a much more confident or settled info or results that, okay, it's actually happening. So we're actually making it. I don't know, 2020 is something, is a little different.
Yeah, it's been very interesting. But
who would have thought that we'll get to this place? Like, it's amazing. But it's been great either way. Yeah. Sorry for those who have lost their lives, but I think it's been amazing in that.
Yeah, it's been unfortunate.
Respect. Sure.
But also,
right. Yeah. At the same time, So, I mean, the question, I just want to find out, has there been any advantages for borders closing when it comes to, for people who have been thinking of relocating to Ghana, or people who are on the verge of relocating, or people who are kind of thinking about, there are people who have the thought, boom, I want to relocate, I want to move to Africa, and then boom. But then, of course, the borders closing, did it do some good for these people? I
feel like, personally, I've been hearing a lot about people who had thought about moving prior to this whole COVID thing happening. And when they found out that the borders were going to be closing, that actually put a sense of urgency on this whole thing, because it's like, whoa, now a lot of countries don't want Americans to come. And, a lot of, they feel like the passport, our American passport, is not as, not as valuable or strong anymore. And so people are now, I would say a lot of people are ready to go, ready to relocate. And this was just a sign that, hey, I needed to move before, but now that the borders were closed, I don't want that to happen to me again. I don't want to be stuck in a place that.
So you're saying this actually gave people like an awakening?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Okay. To move faster.
Yeah, move faster.
I have quite a diverse opinion when it comes to the borders closing and whether it's an advantage for
what did you think?
For people who want to relocate. Because I feel like a lot of people, when they think about relocating to Africa, Ghana, anywhere, like we're always in a rush. It's just like having a feeling to eat a certain kind of food, or you feel like eating a certain ice cream. Like you don't even care about the weather. You just want to get it at all costs. And a lot of planning and thoughts don't go into that. Whether even this ice cream I'm about to go get is even good for my health. You don't think about it. And that's what happens to a lot of people. So I feel like once I'm forced to not have to go anywhere for a long time, that kind of was great for people to sit back and really think that this journey I'm about to embark on, have I considered A, B, C, D? Have I considered the pros and the cons? It kind of forces you, exactly. It forces you to want to put in the work of thinking, because normally once you have the opportunity to do it, the adrenaline sets in and boom, people just move and they hit the roadblock and they're like, whoa, I didn't expect this, because they didn't put a lot of thought into it. So I think the borders closing, of course, has been great for people like that. It's helped people like that to be able to sit back and really think that the decision they're about to take, is this something good for them? What do you think? I think it's a great thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think that a lot of people sometimes also, want to just pick up and leave, and this has given them a lot more.
Yeah,
thought process.
Exactly. But of course, there are some radicals who will still not do anything. We'll still enjoy the time, just keeping our fingers crossed, waiting. And now that they've announced the borders are opening, we jump back up.
Of course.
But you don't want that. I feel like people shouldn't have to do that. You have to put a lot of thought into where you're going and what you're about to do. It's not just about having the leeway or Ghana being there or Africa being there for you to be able to go. So you just decide and then you move. It's a thing.
I already know that when people go, it's not for everyone, but for those who, do go, there's a high likely chance that you will enjoy where you're moving to, that you'll love it, that you'll love the people, all of that. But it is something new. It is a new chapter in your life. And with every new thing that you're about to embark on, there's always planning that should go into that process. There's always a thought that should go behind the process.
Because it's a serious life decision. Honestly, I don't know how people look at it, but you can take a short time to do proper planning, but I think it's a very serious thing for people to really take time. For people who haven't really pre-planned before the borders are about to open, like they didn't take the time to really plan their move whilst the borders were still closed. Is there anything you want, any advice in regards to the borders opening? Yeah, people who are deciding now.
Well, that, hey, what I have been hearing is that a lot of people have been telling me, hey, like, I want to move at the end of the year. I want to move next summer. I want to move next spring. And, for me, it's like my first thought is always, okay, so what are you doing now to make that a reality? If you are planning to move, that's actually not that far around the corner. Even for somebody who's planning to move 3 years, 5 years out, that's actually right around the corner.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that people should be doing now, whether it's you're moving in December, moving 3 years from now. There's a lot of things that you should be doing now so that you don't have to push back your move date or your move goal. There are some things that if you wait till the last minute, let's say, for instance, you want to move next February, and there are some things that you should be doing now. And if you wait until January to start doing them, that could push back your move date.
Yeah, I mean, and of course, the financial piece is very strong. Sometimes people think that once they have some monies now, maybe they have 20,000, 50,000, they have 10,000, 30,000. Some people are very.
Some people are even going on 2,000. Hey, they are, but
there's a lot of courage to do that.
And you can, but you just have to have a plan in place.
Exactly.
When you get there,
solid plan. Otherwise,
I've even heard some people say, "Oh, okay, I'll be good. Like I've got XYZ amount of money saved up." And for some time, that's good. It's good to have savings. But if you're moving, you cannot live off savings forever. You have to have a plan in place about how you're going to transition once you make it there. Once you come to Ghana. Is it that you're going to go get a job in Ghana? And I mean, do you know people that can hook you up with a job? Or is it that you're going to build a business? And building a business takes time. If you're planning to
knowing people too. I mean, getting a job through that, a lot of recommendations here and there, back and forth before it actually goes through. So it takes a lot of time.
I mean, maybe one pathway might be shorter. Sure, you could get a job. You might find somebody that knows somebody that could get you a job. There's a lot of factors that goes into that. One, maybe they might not pay as much as they might pay back in the States. Or two, if you do decide to start your own business, one, it may take time for it to get off the ground and for income to start coming in. And then, two, there's just a lot of work and a lot of, networking that you have to do in order to get it off of the ground. So, you can't depend on, that's why I mean the planning process, is just
it's very key. So I think it's safe to say that, the borders opening up should not be like a green light for people to also just get up and think that, woo, the border is open, let me run before they shut it. I don't think it's a green light for that, because that could lead to a lot of disaster. If you're visiting, that's
go
a
and
great
visit,
time
take
to
precautions,
take advantage before they close. Yes,
all of that. Come and visit.
But if you're not and you're the part of a group that is trying to move there, because it's a huge wave. People are trying to move back to Ghana specifically. Don't let this just be a green light. The borders won't remain closed forever, but don't let this borders opening be a green light for you to just want to pack your bag, sell your house, whatever it is, and then boom, without any plan.
Without any help. If you don't know anyone, if you never stepped a foot onto the continent of Africa, it's cool that you feel that calling, but always, always, always find someone that get help, do your research, all of that. But I think that also brings me to a good question. Do you feel like people can Google their way into move into a whole new continent?
Yeah, I mean, I that's a very serious question. I mean, you can Google, maybe, I don't know, let me not speak for other continents. Maybe you can Google your way to Australia, I don't know. Or maybe you can Google your way to Asia. But I don't think you can Google your way to Africa, honestly. You cannot. That's a reality. You may be able to do it by people have Googled their way and just taking trips. Okay, just go there. But if you're thinking of moving to a place permanently, like Googling your way through can be very disastrous. You may do it, but why go through so much struggle once you're there? Because you didn't plan, or because you didn't get the right help, because you wanted to do everything on your own. Why go through that type of stress that you can actually save yourself?
Yeah,
I think it's very. No, go ahead. I think it's very.
So important. I'll talk about my personal experience about when I went to Ghana for the first time. So I'm a very, I do a lot of research, but I'm also the type of person that understands when I'm about to embark on something new, I feel like I want to do something very structured. I want to go through something structured, a program, whatever. And then once I get my feet wet, then I can, then do things on my own. And so when I went in 2016, I wanted to go through an organized program. And then after that organized program was finished, I was going to be staying in Ghana for, I believe, a few more months after that on my own without the program. But, I didn't mind paying for that structured program because I wasn't just about to go and just be out there on my own, as my first introduction to the continent. So I always feel like, yes, you could do some research, but then you must do something with structure. And then 2, you must also try to find someone that's there that can help you.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest ask. The reason you can't Google your way to travel or to move to a new continent, I think it has to do with the personal relationship and trust.
True.
Because you can Google and come across somebody through Googling, okay? And then finding people online, all of that. But now the trust piece becomes a very serious thing. And trust takes time to test and try. To be able to tell that, okay, this person can be trustworthy, so I can deal with this person. And I'm not going to get disappointed along the way. It takes some time. When they take certain measures, there's one thing somebody's saying, hey, look, I know this girl. Like, she's so good. I've tried her, and I can trust that if you're dealing with her, you're safe and sound. And there's one thing you doing, coming across this lady, and you finding that this lady is credible,
and then reaching out
to deal with.
Yeah, and saying, hey, can you help me?
That's disastrous. And that's what I feel like that's what a lot of people do, like on this Googling stuff, Googling their way to trips. I don't know why that's the case, but it's not bad doing research, getting in. There's a lot of information out there. But I feel like still the in-person thing is very crucial that people have that. But there's something that you can get from online resources. That's a reality that you can get in a person.
Yeah, so many people can describe something, but when you get there, it's going to be something totally different from what somebody else described online.
Like, so
and it could be a rude and shocking awakening. And then for me, there was I'm also the type of person that's like, okay, let me find out who I know that lives there that I could get in contact with and all of that. And I did a lot of that. And I can't tell you the number of people that was supposed to be there for me when I got to Ghana in 2016. And I can tell you that out of all of this huge list of people that somebody said, oh, I know this person that's there that's going to be there for you when you get there. Only one person, I think there was only one person that actually came through out of all of the people that they recommended. And that was just by chance.
And another thing too, with your case, I think is also peculiar. People need to understand. In your case as well, you're not just you're aside all these research that you're doing, you're coming with a credible institution in the first place.
I did come with the institution, but all of the other people
exactly. So this is your own extra thing that you have now done to find extra people beyond the credible source that you're coming with.
If I hadn't come with that credible source, then
that would have been a disaster.
Fell flat, because all those other people that were supposed to have this house for me, this apartment for me, I have a cousin, I have an auntie that lives here. None of those people came through. And so it was only by grace that, I did, one of those people came through and they are now a great part of my life. But if they hadn't shown up, what would I have done?
But that wasn't me anyway. So if you're thinking,
it wasn't him. Later met.
But I was a credible source that she was coming through. my institution. I think there are a few things here.
Few questions that we have.
So Ajwa Vondi, hey, Sanjaya says, I agree. I was ready to leave in April, but with the borders closing, it gave me some time to handle some additional. I think I can put this here. It gave me some time to what was that?
To handle some additional things that I hadn't done. I could have still moved, but I feel even more prepared. It also gave me time to sit still and assess some of the people I had connected with also. I'm truly ready now.
Exactly. So this is somebody who has visited, made relevant contacts, but she's still saying COVID at least gave her some pause to still assess the situation more. So
and assess some relationships that she had made.
Exactly. Imagine you who have no such thing. You just want to Google your way through to move. Like that could be a disaster. So you don't want that. I always tell people, for me personally, I never want to be the wrong example. So I always live my life in such a way that I don't want somebody to say, I don't want somebody to say that, oh, look at me. He did AYZ, and then of course he didn't succeed. He failed. So now they use me as a scapegoat, as a point of advice. I don't want that to be the subject of somebody's advice. No, bad advice. I don't want that. You can learn from people who have failed, but I don't want to be the subject of that. So I always make sure that is there anything that I do, and that's one thing. Let me just chip this in. When it comes to like relationships and of course like my marriage, for instance, like I don't want somebody to use me as a testimony, a wrong testimony, as a wrong example that even this person tried it. Ghana American relationship, it didn't work. He disappointed. They disappoint all the time. I don't want to be that type of negative example. So if you want to be one of the people that we can say that this one, she tried it on her, she just Googled her way out, he Googled her way out, and she failed, that she was disappointed.
The reality is that a lot of people don't talk about those things. It's happening, but they don't talk about it.
Few are bold and mention it that, hey, look, I tried it. I recently watched a lady who tried it with Kenya. She did it for 3 years. It was a no. She quit it. And she came back. I mean, it's a good, people are learning from that. But why do you want to be that type of example where you didn't succeed because you didn't do due diligence? And she admitted, and she gave 3 things that she thinks she could have done better next time. And one of them was serious planning and getting her financials right. So she doesn't have to come back in 3 years' time because she didn't want to. But she was forced to.
A lot of people run out of money. So you think you could just go with XYZ savings. Next thing you know, you're running out of money and you haven't set up what you needed to set up to properly stay. Now you have to go back and go get a job again and work and save some more so that you can now do it right.
All over again.
I think there was a comment about when the borders open. So the borders are reportedly opening on September 1st. So
that's what the aviation minister said, and that's also what the president has said earlier. But he'll be given an update on Sunday, and the aviation minister is saying that the grounds for which the president said it may be open in 1st September, they have actually fulfilled those grounds. They've procured and secured the testing, the instant testing at the airports. So the president should be able to come out and then affirm that. So we're hoping he does that. So 1st September. So let's say September, there's some hope. So if you want to travel with Certified Africa, of course, we're thinking of December. So you can check out our December trip.
Yeah, reach out.
You can do a visit in December. Don't join us if you're moving in December. In that respect, come if you're traveling to visit. If you're moving, that's a different thing altogether. Okay. So that's, I think I saw a question earlier on that somebody had put. He says, is there any talk of if they are testing before
arrival,
before travel, will they accept that? So I'm sure she's phenomenal now. She's trying to say that if somebody has done the testing from wherever she's coming from, when she get there, would they accept the testing? I think they'll do another one there.
Yeah, they're still gonna do another one.
Because don't forget, because of all this, you test today, you don't get the results today. It's hard to really tell what is what.
They want to know right then and there as you're coming off of the plane. are you then suddenly positive? Something could have happened in between your flight ride.
I believe in miracles, so I know anything can happen before you get to Ghana. So yes, I think it's prudence that you do the testing. Don't forget your pain. So you need to have that in mind as well. Is that my friend is looking to visit the US from Ghana? That's great. Latoya. Yeah, that's great. I mean, people must travel and see what other parts of the world looks like. Yeah, that's beautiful. I live in America. It take a test proud. I live in America. If I take a test prior to coming and test negative, would they accept that? Yeah. So I think we just answered that basically. So they'll still do it. I plan on moving. Who is this? Mr. Glad. Mr. Glad.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you're planning on moving, again, like we were saying, you need to put a lot of thought.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Don't
planning
just get up and go.
Like that could be a disaster. You come back sooner than you think. You don't want that. So you need a good plan in place to make that. So let me ask you this. I mean, let's talk about how does the borders opening make you feel?
Well, I love Ghana. I love
to my video.
Oh, okay. I love Ghana, and I feel like that's my country now.
What?
Yeah, I do, and I care deeply a lot about the future of Ghana, and people who decide to move. I feel very strongly about it, and I want to protect Ghana. So in one bit, I'm like, okay, all this time when the borders were closed, it's good. Because it's like it's protecting the people who live there. It's protecting, they're protecting their borders. And so, I'm okay with that. And it gives some time for people to just chill out, relax, and for them to be able to work and get everything under control, in which they have been doing an excellent job of doing so. Yeah. And now that they're open, of course, I'm happy. But I just want people to, to keep all of those things in mind, to be safe. To don't come if you know that you're sick. Just be responsible.
Well, you can come to recover in Ghana.
I hope not. If you're sick, don't come.
Anyway, I mean, I'm super excited. Honestly, I don't know if I'm expressing it right. I'm not jumping and shouting, but inwardly, I'm so excited that the borders are open because I'm hoping that by some miracle by December will be open and some God will help us stay alive and be resourceful enough to be able to make it to Ghana because I've missed a lot of things. I was just in Ghana in January. For some reasons, I've missed Ghana so badly. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I have to.
I'm telling you. So I'm excited that the borders are open. I love Ghana. Oh my goodness, I can't explain how much I love Ghana. How much I've missed Ghana. My food. My food is the number one thing. Trust me, my food. Forget about family.
Oh, really?
I miss my fufu than my brother.
You miss your fufu more than
my brother. I'm telling you, I miss my fufu and light soup. Oh my goodness. Look, when I see somebody posting fufu and stuff like that, my brother likes to post his fufu and fresh fish and his goat meat on our family page, and it makes me go crazy. I'm telling you how much I've missed. I've missed my kenke so bad, it's not even funny. And that's why I'm excited that the borders are open. It gives me some hope that at least I can make my way to Ghana and have some of that. I've missed it so much. Of course, aside business and other things that, I'm looking forward to. But overall, woo!
I just miss the vibes, the energy. I do miss some foods as well.
Waiting for the president to come and say, okay, so Ghana, our beloved country, is finally opened. Everybody can come in. That would be great. I don't know if there'll be space at the airport, actually, because the way people are so alert, ready to jump on.
Oh, my goodness. Woo. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be crazy.
Else. But yeah. We'll make it count. So I know a lot of people want to make it there, but some people are afraid. They're afraid that, COVID and all of that. But, that takes us, we can talk about, let's talk about COVID. When Ghana left quarantine, like general quarantine, people could now move freely about here and there. And then, of course, what we're envisioning in that respect.
There's still some things in place. Ghana has definitely put some things. I think we started
somebody said I plan to move at. Hey, Mr. Gabor, good to have you here. This is my very good lawyer friend. He's an amazing man. Okay, Mr. Gabo. He said, I plan to never go back to America. Ooh, bruh. I mean,
he said he want to move by December.
By December, you need to get some. He said, super happy. All praise to the Most High. Basically, he said the borders are open. The borders are opening. Basically, been praying. I can get there. He said, my wife and I are healthy and ready to get to Ghana. Yeah, that's awesome. Great. He said, we live close to. We live close, so I hope we can chat the meetup. Oh, okay. Yeah, if we live close, hey, hit us up. We're available. Let's have a conversation. Is there shots to take before getting there? Yes, there's always shots. I mean, yellow fever. You need yellow fever.
Yeah, that's so, the one.
Depending on your health situation, you may need some other shots as well. Malaria tablets, and several other vaccinations. It's not compulsory. But at least the yellow fever is.
And then somebody answered the same.
Okay, the yellow fever. Okay, so that's great. So basically, when the borders, let's talk about when the borders. Sorry, when quarantine was over and people could now move about. What did Ghana look like? I think I could start from there. I think Ghana when quarantine was lifted, Ghanaians were acting like the COVID had never been in town.
Really?
From what I saw, yes. Ghanaians were acting like COVID never was in town. Trust me, like they were just living their lives.
Going about
and some people saying all kinds of things that, I mean, there are things that, like in Africa, COVID can deal with them in that respect. But I know it's killed some people for sure. But people were just going about their business, like COVID never happened. But the only thing that made you feel that, like, COVID really was around was some of the things that had closed down, even after they had opened the general quarantine.
And I think the president was saying recently that the beaches still remain closed.
Yeah.
That some of the pubs and bars still remain closed. I'm sure that people can't be crowded in small spaces. So, of course,
nightclubs too.
Yeah, nightclubs. And so, that kind of makes
if you're visiting Ghana, even if the borders
it might be a little bit different.
There's a likelihood that, of course, some of the measures that they had will still be in place. Like, you can't go to the beach. So you need to ask yourself what exactly you've done. But Ghana can still be fun without nightclubs and pubs and
the festivals. I'm sure those festivals may, there'll be certain precautions taken.
I bet you people will not be wearing masks to all of these things. I'm telling you. I mean, I know my Ghana. People have a different mindset in Africa. Like, people are radicals. Like, they will just go out and have fun and that's it. People will go out and have fun. And the reality is that, it comes with our belief system. I feel like it comes with our belief system. How strong we feel about what we can be affected with. What we cannot be affected. We don't accept what people are necessarily saying. So we feel like we're healed, we're strong, and nothing is going to happen. So in which case, we're still going to go to our festivals and all of that, and nothing will happen. We'll do just fine. But you don't want to put yourself in that position. If you want.
There has been some festivals.
Yeah, some of the
traditional festivals that have taken place, and I've seen that.
It was great. People were still going about their business. So yes. That's something you want to think about if you're visiting. Even if the borders open, there's some things like the beaches, the pubs, the nightclubs, and what have you are likely to remain closed according to the president. So you want to know. If you're moving, I don't think that's a problem because as long as it takes, even if you're moving, if you have to do the 14 days quarantine and you're so ready to do that, I don't think it's a problem. Otherwise, I mean, you need to rethink if you're just visiting. And all of these things
but there will, of course, still be things in place. You, of course, can still see the dungeons.
Unless you're just like me, who have made it's all about the food. You love the food, so
you still have that.
Then for you have all of that. So you don't. But I think that the tourist sites will be open.
Tourist sites will be open. A lot of the places that we'll be going will be open. And Ghana is not just nightclubs and pubs. So if you come with us in December. And we still have the trip in December, you will still, of course, have a great time. We'll put a lot of thought.
No, yeah. I mean, of course. There are a lot of other things that you can do which are very fun that does not involve necessarily
and the reality
going to a crowded
is,
place like a nightclub.
When we have our trips, you can't do everything in 7 days. So now with these new things in place, we are now able to expose people to some things that they normally wouldn't have seen had it been the traditional way of what people expect in December. So we'll be doing a lot more, intimate, cultural things.
Yeah.
So yeah, we look forward to, to welcoming those that'll be coming.
Let me see. Somebody said, I just want to be a place where the cops look like me. Yeah, I mean, and the other one is that where I won't have to worry about being hunted for being black. Of course,
so somebody wants to be in a place where they don't have to be worried about being hunted.
Yeah, the policeman looks like you, but if you
we
play
talk
around,
about this a lot. Yeah,
he's not gonna shoot you though. But yeah, he could give you a hard time. But I mean, through different ways. But I prefer the policeman in Africa giving me a hard time, wasting my time on the road and all of that, than of course me fearing for my life. I mean, no. So yes, you're right. I mean, if that's you, of course, Ghana is a good place for you to.
Hi, Indu. Sure. So there aren't any updates on Afrochella just yet. And we haven't spoken about it. But when we say festivals, we were talking about the traditional festivals
the
that
traditional
they have.
Aspects.
Yeah.
But yes.
Which those have been happening. So
Afrochella hasn't come up with any updates yet. So
we'll see.
We can say for sure that Afrochella is gonna happen or not happen. Okay, there's a likelihood it might not happen, but again, I don't think it takes away the fun. Before Afrochella, Ghana was very fun in December, honestly. I think people sometimes overlook that. Ghana was a holiday place already.
Before, yes.
Like before the whole year of return and before Afrochella, like Ghana was like fun.
So there'll definitely be things to do in December.
Afrochella, of course, came to add up a day of fun, which is great. But there's a lot more that happened in December. And hopefully COVID doesn't mess a lot of it up. So yes, but we don't have any update on Afrochella yet.
And I see someone said that they emailed us. We'll definitely check our email. So thank you for emailing us.
Mr. Mills.
Okay.
Mr. Mills speaks. Yes, we'll check that and then respond to that. And let's get talking. Definitely. All right. So I think we've spoken a lot. Spoken about the borders opening now.
Yeah. Is there anybody else who's in the comments who's planning to move? Any questions about moving?
Anything? Let me see. Ajua says, I'm in Ethiopia and they have done a great job to contain it. So I'm confident that Ghana will do a great job. They've done much better than the US.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean,
they have.
Africa, we do what we do when we decide to do it. So yes, I mean, my sister is enjoying in Ethiopia.
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, she's having a great time in Ethiopia. Then, of course, second leg to Ghana.
Yeah.
We'll see.
She's ready.
We'll see you in Ghana, Senja, very soon. Ajua Bondi. Ajua, okay, that's that. Ajua, when is Ajua born? Monday. I think we're Monday born.
Yes.
So I'm Kojo, Senja, I'm Kojo. So you're Ajua. So hey, we're in the same team.
Yeah, so you've got one down on your list that I don't have yet. So I have to hear about all your travels in Ethiopia because that's on my list of places.
She's been giving updates on Facebook. I've been following. So hey, it's been great. It's been great. Always coming and then having conversations. Today I'm happy because my wife is here with me. For some time she leaves me alone to come and do the talking. But today I'm happy she's here. So hey, welcome back. I hope to have you here a lot more. Okay, all right. So good to have you all here. We appreciate you all, supporting Certified Africans, staying with us. If you have any question, you can always ask. We'll respond. And Sonja, I just wanted to say, when we come to Ghana, we need to have some get together, some party, with the team and all of that. That would be great. I want to be there when that happens.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely see. All right. So we'll see you. Those who are making it to Ghana, we're likely to see you in Ghana. If not, we'll see you
Two things. Media. If you're interested in moving, definitely message us about our program. We're in the midst of helping several people right now. Some are moving in December. Some are moving next year. But, definitely get help. And, you can do that through our program. So reach out to us about that. If you're looking to travel either in December or next year, you can reach out to us about that as well.
Okay, definitely. Sonja says, I plan to have a housewarming. I'm not sure when that will be, but I'm hoping if we are not there when we come, we'll still do another
We'll do another one, yes. Part 2.
All right, so thank you all for joining. We appreciate you all. Stay blessed. Indu, good to have you. Good to have you here. So is it Tribe Creole? Tribe Creole, is that Francois? Good to have you.
Yes.
Francois. Long time. All right, so I think we can. Oh, she should do it in December. That's
awesome.
That's more like it. That's more like it. All right, so it's been Certified Africa Fridays, and it's a blessing having you all. You can check us out on Instagram, of course, Facebook. Follow us and like our page, and then check our website out as well.
And YouTube, subscribe to us.
Yeah, if you want to plan any experience to Ghana, you can check our website and see how you can go about it. Some of the trips we have. If you want one plan for your family as well, or friends, or workplace, and we can help you with that plan as well. If you have a business or brand you want to move to Ghana, you can reach out to us. We can see how we can work together to facilitate that. It's all about trust when it comes to Africa. So you need somebody you can actually trust to lead the process. So hey, we're here to help in that respect. So stay blessed until we come your way again. It's been Certified Africa Fridays. Have a great, great weekend. From Neem and Kristen, my beautiful wife, we're out.